le gana scriach we love a knobber shall live canny
a wonderful rendition of the national anthem sung there by Oma St. Enda's girl Kayla McInhill. Wonderful rendition. The big crowd here in Healy Park really enjoyed that as we look to our right hand side and we look to see the county champions, the reigning county champions from 2007, Dromore St. Dipness. There they are in their huddle receiving the last few moments of instructions from their manager Noel McGinn. Their team will line out as follows. In goals we're number 1 Peter Ward, full back line is number 2 and captain of the side Fabian O'Neill, number 3 Cathal McCarn, and number 4 is the new man on the block Kevin Donnelly. Half back line where number 5 is Hugh McNulty, number 6 is Ryan Ricey McManaman, and number 7 is Sean O'Neill. That's Sean S-E-A-N as opposed to the other Sean we'll meet in a few moments time. Middle of the field is Mickey Gary wearing number 8, Barry Collins wearing number 9, half forward line Paddy Montague 10, Colin McCullough wearing number 11, and Shane McMahon number 12. The full forward line, the man who scored 3-8 in the championship to date, the top scorer, Owen McCusker, wearing number 13. At 14, the other Sean O'Neill. I promised you there were 2. Well, this one's S-H-A-U-N. Sean O'Neill wearing 14, better known as Snowy. And one late replacement on the Dromore team sees Conor O'Neill drop down to the bench. He's picked up an injury and he's replaced by Emmett O'Neill. Clonode break from their huddle, their first county final since 1991. They're managed by Damien Cassidy. Their sidelines out as follows. In goals, just 19 years of age, Mickey O'Neill. Full back line, Kieran Lynch wearing 2, Aidan Brady 3, Stephen McCann number 4. The half back line is Emmett Teague wearing number 5, Damien Burke 6, and Gary Coney 7. Middle of the field, Shane O'Hagan wearing 8, Stephen McNulty 9. Number 10 then is Shane Coney, 11's Colm Doris, and 12 is Patrick Doris. On the full forward line, their captain wearing number 13 is Colm Donnelly. And then the 2 O'Neills, there's Ryan T wearing number 14, and then there's Ryan Orr wearing number 15. We're just about to start. The referee is Martin Mohan in the centre of the field. He'll be assisted today by Jerome McElroy and by John McCann. He checks with his umpires, he checks with his linesmen. To the action just about to get underway. Martin Mohan from Eglish will throw in the ball. The ball is in, the game is underway, and right away it's Dromore through Mickey Gary. Good ball down in the space looking for Owen McCusker. McCusker gets it back out there to Paddy Montague. Montague slips the ball outside again. Dromore holding possession, this time decide to go long down towards Snowy O'Neill. The full back there is Aidan Brady in a bit of trouble, manages to clear his lines just about the corner back. Stephen McCann comes across, clears the danger and moves the ball very quickly. Clonode settling into this game. We've played 28 seconds. Ball cleared over at the far side of the field towards Patrick Doris. Doris tries to turn inside his man. Doris does well. He's 65 metres out from goal, but good defensive play there by Kevin Donnelly. There's a foul over on the far side there on the corner forward. That's Colm Donnelly, the captain, and the referee Martin Mohan awards the free the way of the Clonode O'Rahillys, playing in their first final, as I say, since 1991. Looking to go short with the kick, then decides to go long in towards the full forward. The full forward is Ryan T. O'Neill, but coming out there and defend well is Cal McCarn, but O'Neill persistent, gathers the ball. O'Neill close to the sideline, coming out towards the 13 metre line. Ryan T. still in possession, crossfield ball, tussling for it over there. Well, what will the referee adjudge that? Well, he's adjudged that Hugh McNulty was doing the fouling, and well, both players were tussling with one another, but the referee decided that the foul was committed by Hugh McNulty, and the free goes the way of Clonode. And coming over to take the kick will be Patrick Doris, 20 years of age. He's kicked 11 points in the championship to date. Will this be the opening score of the game? It should be. Doris, as I say, with 11 points. We've played nearly 2 minutes. Steadies himself, 13 metres out, kicks it well, kicks it over the bar. That'll settle any nerves that Clonode might have had coming into this game. That's the opening score of the game, and it goes the way of Clonode O'Rahillys. They lead by a point. 2 minutes played in the county final of 2008. What a momentous year for Tyrone football. We see the two cups sitting down there proudly, Sam Maguire and Tom Markham, and in the middle of those two is the O'Neill Cup, which will be lifted today by either Colm Donnelly or Fabian O'Neill. The ball is kicked out, going to collect it over the far side is Barry Collins. Barry close to the sideline, is pushed in the back. Referee awards the free. Ricey comes over to take the free, looking for some movement. Decides in this instance to go long, but not a good kick, as the jeers might tell you. The ball has gone out over the sideline, but that won't worry Ryan McManaman, I wouldn't think, as Colm Donnelly, well, he had the ball, loses out to Colm McCullough. McCullough in towards Sean Snowy O'Neill. O'Neill back to Gary. Gary back down towards Hugh McNulty. McNulty is fouled, and this is an opportunity for the Dromore St. Dimphna's to level the game. 3 minutes played. Clonaux lead by a point. That score came from Patrick Doris in the second minute. It came from a free. This opportunity will go the way of Paddy Montague. Montague looks at the post. He's 30 metres out. Kicks it right footed. Looks good. It is good. Another good score from Paddy Montague. 27-year-old kicks the ball over the bar. The sides are level. We've played 3.5 minutes. Great crowd in here in Healy Park for this championship final. A final these two sides have never met before in a championship final. The ball is knocked forward there by Mickey Gary. Great tussle over there with Stephen McNulty. Gary shows all his strength, gets it over there towards Joe McCusker. McCusker slips it off there towards Barry Collins. Collins inside, keeper will come out, corner back says leave it to me. He takes possession, that's Stephen McCann. Ball eventually comes out towards the captain Colm Donnelly. Donnelly fists it forward, playing that roving role. The pitch very heavy. Tremendous minor match played here earlier. That ended up in a draw between Omagh and Dromore. This kick will be taken by Shane O'Hagan. O'Hagan into space, looking there for Ryan O'Neill. This time it's Ryan or O'Neill. Ryan kicks it inside, but the keeper there is Peter Ward. He comes out, gets the ball off towards McNulty. McNulty gives it back over there towards Sean O'Neill. Sean, good ball. Oh no, it's been well intercepted there by Doris, and eventually comes back out to centre half forward. Colm Doris, but Peter Ward does well, watches it all the way, and he's fouled inside. Gets up quickly, takes the kick into space. Mickey Gary gets it down, fists it down towards Paddy Montague. Montague tackled over there by Gary Coney. Montague very close to the sideline. Good work there by Coney. Wins the line ball, takes it very quickly. Gets Stephen McNulty into the play. McNulty gives it back there. Eventually comes to Emma Teague. Teague, dummy solo. Kicks it outside the right boot into space. Fabian O'Neill in a bit out of trouble over there. Slips on the ground but recovers in time, but Ryan T. O'Neill has possession. Ryan on to the left foot, curling but not curling enough, drifts to the left hand side and drifts wide. We've played 5.5 minutes in this opening half, and Clonaux have a point. That point coming from Patrick Doris in the second minute. Dromore also have a point. That score coming from the boot of Paddy Montague. That also a free, 1 point apiece. The free or the kick out will be taken by Peter Ward. Peter, an experienced goalkeeper. Of course, all these Dromore men out here today participated in last year's famous victory over Coal Island, the first ever championship win at their 7th time of asking, as the ball is well fielded in the centre of the field there, and Ricey McManaman comes on to the loose ball. Ricey kicks it forward towards Colm McCullough. McCullough 45 metres out from goal. McCullough still in possession. He's been held up there by Emmett Teague. As a matter of fact, he's been fouled there by Emmett Teague. Well, Emmett indicates that Colm McCullough was pushing him off, but the referee Martin Mohan doesn't want to know about that, and he says the free will be to the Dromore men, and coming over to take it once again is the man who got their opening score. That's Paddy Montague. Montague, 27 years of age, will kick it right footed. Kicked one excellently a few moments ago. That one looks good. That's an excellent score from Paddy Montague. 2 points from frees, both from Paddy Montague, means that Dromore lead 2 points to 1, and we've played exactly 7 minutes in this opening half of the Willie John Dolan sponsored championship final. Kick out will be taken by 19-year-old Mickey O'Neill. O'Neill Good distance up the go for it. Colm Donnelly. Barry Collins breaks it down. Loose ball picked up again by Dromore, but this time it's given away. And picking up is Colm Doris. Doris gives it over towards Emmett Teague. Teague delivers it long. Teague, Fabian O'Neill gets his hands on it, but Shane O'Hagan picks it up. O'Hagan, the midfielder, bursting through, goes to the score, but it drifts to the right hand side or left hand side as we look out here, and that's Clonoe's second wide of the game. And well, that was a chance for Shane O'Hagan. He came storming through, picked up the loose ball, went for the score, but it drifted to the left hand side and drifted wide. So that results in another kick out for the Dromore men. Peter Ward will take the kick. Hugh McNulty looking for it. And Peter Ward gets good distance on it. Barry Collins goes up again. Loose ball picked over there, up there by Gary Coney. Coney feeds it back to the centre half back, Damien Burke. Burke looks up, fists it over the far side of the field. Sun shining brightly here in Healy Park. Cold afternoon, but it'll not bother those 30 players out on the field. What they're interested in only is winning a championship final in Tyrone. Ryan McManaman delivers the ball over there towards Owen McCusker. McCusker 45 metres out from goal. Not a good ball. Leaves too much to do for Sean O'Neill. And the ball goes over the end line. And that's the first wide for the Dromore men. 8.5 minutes played. And Dromore lead 2 points to 1. Clonoe, of course, made this final after excellent victories over Errigal-Kieran, Carrickmore and then Donegal in the semi-final. As the ball is won over there by Kevin Donnelly. Donnelly feeds it back over there towards Sean O'Neill. Sean O'Neill eventually comes to McMahon. His shot is blocked down. And coming forward is Damien Burke. Damien Burke slips it off there to Colm Donnelly, the captain. Donnelly trying to get past a couple of the Dromore defenders. Closed down. Dromore very, very knowledgeable on how to get men behind the ball and defend and break up play. No better man at it than the man on the ball now, Ryan McManaman. McManaman has it, fists it forward, looking to get Shane McMahon into possession. Shane McMahon, good ball into space. McMahon gets it down towards Paddy Montague. Montague has 2 points to his name already. Those were from frees. Can he get one from play? Very close to the end line. He'll need support. It's gone out over the end line. Good defensive play there by Gary Coney. All credit to Coney. He watched that one all the way. Paddy Montague is disappointed that he didn't retain possession. And the kick out taken very quickly into the hands there of Gary Coney. Coney tackled there by Colin McCullough. Too strong, says the referee. The fullback is Aidan Brady. He takes the kick quickly, gets it over to Emmett Teague. Teague comes storming forward, delivers the ball, but not a good one. Easily intercepted there by Sean O'Neill. Sean O'Neill fists the ball over to his half-back colleague, that's Hugh McNulty. McNulty tries to get it forward towards Sean Snowy O'Neill. Snowy is fouled. Snowy will take the kick quickly down there towards Hugh McNulty. Hugh McNulty in possession, gives it inside. Good ball. Well, looked like it was a good ball. McMahon goes for it. Is that a free? No, referee says play on. Kieran Lynch in possession. Lynch gets it out there towards Patrick Doris. Doris with it. Doris deep in his own defence. Doris close to the sideline. Been closed down by Eamon O'Neill. Fist the ball forward to the cornerback. The cornerback is Stephen McCann. McCann gives it back once again to the fullback Aidan Brady. Aidan Brady goes the whole way back towards Mickey O'Neill, the goalkeeper. O'Neill has it, takes a solo, takes a second solo, looks up, kicks it right footed into space. Good ball looking for Damien Burke. Burke has it 65 metres out from his own goal. Damien Burke, far side of the field, kicks it left footed in there towards Ryan or O'Neill. Good football by Clonoe in towards Colm Donnelly, the captain. Donnelly is fouled. The referee agrees that that's a foul, and Martin Mohan right up with play. The man from English awards the free in, and this will be an opportunity for Clonoe to level matters after 11.5 minutes played. Dromore lead 2 points to 1. Noel McGinn giving out instructions down below us. Two high profile managers down on the sideline today. Noel McGinn from Dromore, Damien Cassidy, who will be the new Derry senior manager for 2009. He's also down there. He's the manager of Clonoe. Meanwhile, the free will be taken over there by Patrick Doris. Doris scored a point in the second minute of the game. Well, 10 minutes later, here's another opportunity, this time to level the matters. Here he comes, kicks it right footed, has the distance and he has the range. Excellent score from Patrick Doris. That's his 13th point in the championship. And well, we were talking about this earlier, that Owen McCusker had 3 goals and 8. He was the leading scorer with, that's 9 and 8 is 17 points to his tally. And Patrick Doris was the second highest with 11. Well, he has now gained 2 on that, so there's just 4 points between the top scorers, but that's not something that will interest either player, I'm sure, at the moment, either Owen McCusker or Patrick Doris, as Doris's point levels matters here after 12 minutes. 2 points apiece. Peter Ward with the kick, up the go for it. Colm Donnelly, brilliant take, lays the ball off. Coming forward with it now is the centre half forward, Colm Doris. Fists it over there again, this time back to Donnelly. Donnelly back to Doris. Short interchanging. Ball in there towards Ryan O'Neill. Laid off again towards Stephen McNulty. McNulty from distance goes for it, but it drifts to the left hand side and drifts wide. That's the third wide for Clonoe. Meanwhile, looks as if maybe Fabian O'Neill has picked up an injury. Looks like an arm injury. Well, it'll take a lot to take Fabian out of the game. Mind you, he's had a sluggish enough opening 12 or 13 minutes. Ryan or O'Neill giving him plenty to think about. But Fabian has yet to let these Dromore boys down. As Peter Ward prepares to take the kick out. Sides level, 2 points apiece. Ward gets good distance, looking for Barry Collins. Collins tackled over there by his opposite number, Steve McNulty. But Dromore retain possession but give it away. Ball down in the hands of Damien Burke. Burke looks up, kicks it left footed. The referee this time awards the free the way of the Dromore man. That's Cal McCarn. McCarn takes it quickly over the far side of the field. That's another free over there. I think it's Shane McMahon. It is Shane who's fouled. Shane 45 metres out from his own goal. Oh, not a good ball. Gives Cal McCarn plenty to do. Too much to do. Fabian O'Neill, can he cut it out? Brilliant play by Fabian O'Neill. He read the danger. He was alert to the danger. I mentioned a few moments ago he had a sluggish enough opening. Well, he's redeemed himself particularly well there. Intercepted the danger and got the ball away. Mickey Gary now in possession for Dromore. Gary shows his strength and his power. Still in possession. Gets it back there towards Paddy Montague. Montague crossfield ball over the far side of the field. Looking to get on the end of it is McMahon. Coming out to pick it up. Brilliant pick up by Colin McCullough. Brilliant skill from McCullough. 45 metres out from goal. Outside of the left foot. Boot. Down it goes, but well defended in there by Stephen McCann. McCann is fouled and that will be a free. Emmett O'Neill, the man who committed the free. And Clonoe moving the ball very quickly. Any chance to get. They're moving the play, keeping the play flowing, keeping it moving. Cornerback coming out with it is Kieran Lynch. Lynch in a bit of trouble. Lynch is fouled. And the free is taken quickly again. Damien Burke, the centre half back, lays it off again. Quick hands, move the ball inside to Colm Doris. Doris gives it forward this time. Not a good ball. Easy picked up there by Cahill McCarn. McCarn gives it down towards Barry Collins. Collins over the far side of the field. Collins, 27 years of age, kicks the ball down, looking for Sean Snowy O'Neill. O'Neill 45 metres out, gets it back to Rice McManaman. McManaman into Colin McCullough. McCullough tackled strongly there, too strongly by Shane O'Hagan. So says the referee. Free will be taken by McCullough. He takes the kick quickly. In it goes. Inside. Opportunity for Owen McCusker. Brilliant effort by McCusker. Fantastic score from Owen McCusker. He scored 3-8 in the championship to date. Nicked that 3-9. Brilliant score from Owen McCusker. I believe that's probably the first score from play in this game. Yeah, the other 4 have come from frees, 2 from Patrick Doris and 2 from Paddy Montague. That one there coming from Owen McCusker. Brilliant effort. Well, he didn't need a lot of room or to swivel and turn and get a shot away. His side lead 3 points to 2. 16 and a half minutes played in this opening half. Ball breaks loose, picked up there by Mickey Gary. Gary still in possession, gets it back. Dromore lead by a point. Colin McCullough in possession, crossfield ball. Looking again for McCusker. Very close to the sideline. Snowy O'Neill in a bit of space. A brilliant play again by Owen McCusker. He's certainly on song. He has O'Neill inside him. O'Neill coming forward. O'Neill is tackled by 2-3 players. One of them being Damien Burke. And the full back as well was in there, Aidan Brady. and the referee shows the black book this time, and that'll be an easy. This will be an easy opportunity, I would suggest, for Paddy Montague to collect his hat-trick of frees in these opening 17 minutes. Montague, wearing number 10, scored 2 points already. This should be number 3. It is number 3. That point from Paddy Montague means that after 17 minutes, Dromore lead by double scores, 4 points to 2. Brilliant crowd in here in Healy Park. The stand is absolutely jammed, packed tight over the far side of the field. We have a big Clonaux contingent over there, and also there's a pocket of supporters. I think they're Dromore behind the bottom goals. Those same hardy souls were there last year when they witnessed Dromore win the championship for the very first time in the club's proud history. As the kick out is taken by Mickey O'Neill, out it comes, contested and well won there by Colm Donnelly, winning an awful lot of kick-outs, whether it be Dromore kick-outs or his own kick-outs. Ball fed forward this time, looking for the full forward Ryan T. O'Neill. This time as well defended by Cal McCarn. Brilliant defensive play by McCarn. Has support from Fabian O'Neill. Fabian, he's got in on the beard act too. Gets it over to another bearded man. That's Ryan McManaman. McManaman to Ward. Ward back to McManaman. McManaman coming out. Gives it over there to Mickey Gary. Gary flicks it forward again. Ricey has it. Ricey looks up. Delivers it long. Challenge as he kicked the ball, but the referee allows play to continue. McCullough jinks the ball forward, looking for Snowy O'Neill. This time coming in to clean up, and the matters for Clonaux is Emmett Teague. Teague does particularly well. Excellent play by Teague. Delivers the ball forward there to the centre half forward is Colm Doris. Doris holds play up, maybe should have given it earlier, gives it to Shane Coney. Coney waits for the man to come through. That's Stephen McNulty, or McNulty has it. McNulty into the full forward Ryan T. O'Neill. O'Neill now closed down by 1, 2, 3 players, manages to get it back to Colm Donnelly. Donnelly tries to get a shot away, but going back in there to read the danger and clear his lines is none other than the midfielder Mickey Gary. Gary comes out with it. Dromore lead 4 points to 2. Championship final of 2008 here in Healy Park. In possession is Hugh McNulty. McNulty to Gary. Gary to McMahon. McMahon this time delivers it long. Not a good ball. Easily cut out there by the Clonaux defence. And coming forward with it is Shane O'Hagan. O'Hagan in possession. O'Hagan looks up, kicks it long, looking for the full forward Ryan T. O'Neill. But McCarn again does particularly well. McCarn is fouled. Referee says play on. Full back, cornerback has it Kevin Donnelly. Donnelly gets it over again. Dromore starting to settle down into their game, starting to find their players, starting to show the class and confidence that they have. Coming forward with it is Colin McCullough. McCullough, brilliant play by McCullough. Somebody's lost a boot. It's Colin McCullough who's lost a boot. He's soloing without the boot. He's going forward still without the boot. The boot's 50 metres out from the goals. He's only 30 metres out. Well, he loses possession. The ball is in the hands of Emmett Teague. Teague playing very well. Teague gets it over there to the cornerback. The cornerback is Stephen McCann. Colin McCullough will go back and try and retrieve his boot. The ball is with Colm Donnelly. Donnelly close to the sideline. The captain of the side gives it in there to Shane O'Hagan. O'Hagan, short pass inside to Doris. Doris slips it off towards Shane Coney. Coney coming forward, slips it again, not a great ball. Ryan O'Neill is fouled. Well, a heavy challenge there by Fabian O'Neill. A clash of the O'Neills, Fabian and Ryan Orr. This time it's Fabian who commits the offence, and the referee will want to have a word with the bearded O'Neill. The bearded O'Neill, it's Fabian O'Neill. Lying prostrate on the ground is Ryan O'Neill. He'll require a bit of attention. That'll give Colin McCullough time to retrieve his boot. Ryan McManaman. Meanwhile, the free will be taken by Patrick Doris. Well, Paddy Montague, he scored 3 points for Dromore. This is an opportunity for Doris to make it 3 for himself and make it 3 for Clonaux. He kicks it right footed. He kicks it to the right hand side and kicks it wide, and well, he can make his protest to the referee about somebody being too close or something said, but at the end of the day, he had the opportunity and he kicked the ball to the right hand side and he kicked it wide, and that's wide number 4 for Dromore, or for Clonaux. Kick out will be taken by Peter Ward. Could go short this time to Hugh McNulty. No, decides to kick it long. Mickey Gary will go up and contest it. Ball breaks favourably for Dromore. and it's Barry Collins gives it forward there towards Paddy Montague. Montague down towards Gary, but coming out to take it. High challenge there on Stephen McCann, but McCann does well, gets it over now eventually to Gary Coney. Coney, the wing half back, fists it forward, a man in space. That man in space is the corner back. That's Stephen McCann. McCann gives it back to Shane O'Hagan. O'Hagan again goes backwards with it. This time it's in the hands of Colm Doris. Doris gives it inside to Stephen McNulty. McNulty feeds it forward, going to the ground, but this time the ball will be intercepted by Ryan McManaman. McManaman does well, clears the ball, but well, it's judged to have been picked off the ground, and that'll be a free in. It was Emmett O'Neill, I think, who was penalised for that. Well, kick is taken quickly, but not a good ball. I'm not sure who Clonaux were looking for with that. Heavy challenge again by Fabian O'Neill, and Dromore come out with it. A legal challenge, says the referee. Wee bit of afters over there, but play continues down the far side of the field, keeping an eye on what's going on to my right, but more importantly, where's the ball? It's with Colin McCullough. He's dispossessed by Emmett Teague. Emmett Teague has had a storming start to this game, wins the possession, gives it to Damien Burke. Burke gives it over to Shane Coney. Coney inside to Stephen McNulty. McNulty over the far side of the field, ball this time delivered long into space, coming out to contest it again. It's Fabian O'Neill. Well, it looked as if he was looking for the free, and well, the referee adjudged that Ryan or O'Neill committed the foul, and Fabian goes down and stays down worryingly for Dromore. Their captain remains on the ground. He receives some attention over there. Well, it will be an awful blow to Dromore if their captain and corner back Fabian O'Neill had to go off injured. Fabian O'Neill making his way back up. Right arm, well, dangerous ball. Peter Ward loves to come out. He's 45 metres out from his own goal, delivers a good ball over there towards Paddy Montague. Montague, well, runs out over the sideline. Be a line ball to Clonaux. They trail by 4 points to 2. They haven't scored since the 12th minute. That's all of 13 minutes since they registered their last score. They're more. 3 points from Paddy Montague and 1 from Owen McCusker. Brings their tally to 4, whereas Paddy Doris with 2 frees. He's the sole scorer for Clonaux. Little bit of afters here between Emmett O'Neill and the cornerback, who is Stephen McCann. Meanwhile, Fabian O'Neill goes to ground again, and well, Dromore will be glad to see him back in action. There's a foul on him there, and the free will be taken by Sean O'Neill. Sean, the wing half back, decides to go backwards with it again towards Peter Ward. Ward gives it forward now towards Sean O'Neill. Sean O'Neill solos 45 metres out from goal. O'Neill still in possession, has support if required, still coming out with it. McManaman looking for McManaman, getting it. McManaman kicking it as soon as he gets possession, gives it down towards Paddy Montague. Montague on the ground, it's been held on the ground, and Ryan McManaman wants to take the free quickly. Taken quickly, down it goes there towards Shane McMahon. McMahon still going forward. McMahon held up well, gives it back towards Paddy Montague. Montague in possession. Montague slips it inside there towards Colin McCullough. McCullough 45 metres out from goal. Twists one way, twists another. Gets away from his man. Has a chance of a score. McCullough needs to get on to the left. He's pulled to the ground. Referee he says play on. Well, it looked as if it was a free, but referee says play can continue. In the go for it. Back into the hands of Mickey Gary. Gary has it. Gary still in possession, comes out over there towards Shane McMahon. McMahon back out towards Hugh McNulty. McNulty, crossfield ball now, it'll go from Sean O'Neill over there looking for Owen McCusker, very close to the sideline, keeps it in play just about. Back it goes to Ryan McManaman. McManaman 50 metres out from goal, 45 metres out from goal. McManaman loves to come forward, loves to get a score. Will he go for a point? Still in possession, he's 13 metres out, he's taken to the ground, and that's a free. He showed his experience and, well, looked about the free and got the free, and creates the opportunity for possibly Owen McCusker or Colin McCullough will be, that'll come over and he will kick it left footed. McCullough, he scored 10 points in the championship to date. Well, this will suit the left footed kicker. He had trouble with that boot a few moments ago. He's in trouble with it again. He left it behind him the last time, but he has secured it on this occasion. Now he will kick it, a chance to stretch their lead. The lead 4 points to 2, 11 points in the championship to date. Make that number 12. Excellent score from Colin McCullough. And when you have players like Paddy Montague and Colin McCullough that can kick frees from difficult and awkward angles, as well as they've been kicking them in this first half, that has been the difference. Paddy Doris has missed a couple, whereas Paddy Montague and McCullough have missed nothing. Kick out is taken. Ryan T. O'Neill in possession, 65 metres out from goal. Good defensive play. Well, the referee says that's a foul. The Dromore player not very happy with that decision, but the referee's word is final. Free will be taken over the far side, in there towards Colm Doris. Doris on the ground, faced by Ryan McManaman. Illegally, says the referee, as the board goes up down below us. Pat McEntee holds the board up, indicates that there'll be 1 minute of additional time to be played in this opening half. And Clonaux, well, only 2 points to their name, and both of those from frees as the ball goes in, and Barry Collins watches that one all the way, keeps his eye on it, wins the free, and Peter Ward will come out to take the kick, but no, Fabian O'Neill decides he wants to keep play moving. Dromore would like another score before half time. Ryan McManaman has it, grown in stature as this game continues, but gives the ball away on that occasion. Over there towards Shane Coney. Coney has it, Coney gives it back to Damien Burke. Burke kicks it left footed into the space, a better ball. This time Ryan O'Neill has it, but Fabian O'Neill watches it all the way, gives it over to McCarn. McCarn has it, kicks it right footed down towards Ryan McManaman. McManaman challenged over there, but gets round his man, slips the ball off there towards Shane McMahon. Good play by Dromore. McMahon comes storming forward. McMahon gives it to McCullough. McCullough looks up, kicks it over the low ball towards Sean O'Neill. Sean O'Neill 45 metres out from goal, slips it inside one more time. Ball kicked inside this time. The keeper watches it very, very well. Mickey O'Neill done exceptionally well. He's picked up a little knock for his efforts, but he done well as that ball dropped in front of him. Damien Burke now has it for Clonaux. Clonaux could do a score before half time. We've played 30 minutes and we have 30 seconds left of additional time. Ball inside. Clonaux haven't scored from play. 2 points from frees. Brilliant take there by Cal McCarn. McCarn over towards Ryan McManaman. This game being played at a frenetic pace. McManaman coming forward again, gives it inside. Waiting on it there is Eamon O'Neill. You can't wait on it in a game like this here. The pace is too quick. The ball eventually, there's a foul there on the Clonaux man, and the referee will look at his watch. He may well even blow the whistle for half time. He'll allow a little bit of attention for one of the Clonaux players, but we've played the 31 minutes that was allocated in this half, as the linesman indicates he wants to have a word with the referee over there. And, well, not sure what instructions the linesman is given as the umbrellas go up over on the far side. Another spill of rain starts to descend on Healy Park. First half played in good enough weather conditions. The referee comes over, he's looking for one of the Dromore players by the looks of things. It's Mickey Gary here who seems to be in a bit of bother. No, it's Eamon O'Neill. Well, Eamon O'Neill was the player there that was involved, was waiting on that ball and didn't get possession, and maybe he said something to the linesman. It'll be interesting to see what colour this card. It's a straight red card. I had just an indication that may well have been the case, because the way the referee came over to him, you knew that it was something serious. Now what happened over there, we're not quite sure. We will try and check that out. But is that the lift that Dromore or that Clonaux needed in this game, as Eamon O'Neill picks up a straight red card deep into injury time? And, well, I'm not sure where the additional time is being found from, because we've now played 32 and a half minutes. Eamon O'Neill makes his way off down below us, dejected, disconsolate. He has a word with Noel McGinn. Well, Dromore have played with 14 men in championship games before and have played well. Remember in their game against Coline, I think it was, as that kick is taken and kicked over the bar by Stephen McNulty. I was saying there about the Ronan McNabb being sent off. Well, The Clonau boys, well, that'll give them a lift. The Dromore players are surrounding the referee here. Shane Doherty, well, Noel McGinn is looking to get the players inside. He's revving up his players down below him. Peter Ward, well, Noel McGinn is telling them to move away. Noel McGinn now having a word with Shane Doherty. Ask him what the decision was about, why Ryan O'Neill was sent off. Well, McGinn not very happy down there. But it's half time and the scoreboard reads Dromore 5 points, and that last point from a free from Stephen McNulty means it's 5 points to 3. But more importantly, Dromore will play the second half with just 14 men after the dismissal on a straight red card of Emmett O'Neill. Second half just about to get underway here. Fractious scenes at the start of the second half with Noel McGinn out with his side advising them stay away from the referee. A lot of bad feeling at half time after that sending off of Emmett O'Neill. Controversial, a lot of people talking about it, why it happened, how it happened, nobody quite sure. As Dromore or Clonau last couple of players make their way onto the field, Colm Doris and Patrick Doris will try to pick up who's the loose man for Clonau. Looks as if it's the corner back there, Kieran Lynch, who's going to be the spare man. Well, it's interesting to see the tactics both sides will employ in this second half. Dromore down to 14 men, heavy challenge there from Barry Collins, and immediately there'll be attention required for, I think it's probably Stephen McNulty who's down there. No, maybe not. Possibly Colm Doris, maybe. Colm Doris fit to resume. Free will be taken by Shane O'Hagan. O'Hagan gives it over there towards Damien Burke. Burke coming forward, 45 metres out from goal, over the far side. Has support there in the shape of Stephen McNulty. McNulty tries to get it inside to O'Hagan. O'Hagan over the far side of the field. Eventually comes back to Colm Donnelly. Donnelly well marshalled in there and well dispossessed by Sean O'Neill. O'Neill gets it over there towards McNulty. McNulty gets it back out to Fabian O'Neill, and eventually it comes into the hands of Ryan McManaman. McManaman over the far side of the field, 65 metres out from the goals, gets it into Colin McCullough. McCullough, good ball inside towards Sean O'Neill. Sean Snowy O'Neill, haven't seen a lot of him in the first half. O'Neill still in possession. Referee adjudges that O'Neill is fouled, and that's a free for Dromore, and they will be happy to win possession like that there, hold it up, to get their frees. And with the way that Paddy Montague and Colin McCullough have been hitting frees, they may well have enough to steer them through this game. As Conor O'Neill warms up there, Paddy Montague takes the kick. Montague's shot, has gone to the left hand side and gone wide, and well, that is a very, very bad miss by Paddy Montague. He was in excellent form in the first half. Well, that's a very, very costly wide as the ball is kicked out. Coming on to the loose ball is Owen McCusker. McCusker tackled there by Kieran Lynch. McCusker still in possession. McCusker, the ball knocked away from, going down to collect possession is Colm Doris. Clonau really up for it in this second half. The ball fed forward towards Ryan T. O'Neill. O'Neill been tackled over there by Kevin Donnelly. O'Neill does well. Ryan T still coming forward. He scored 5 points in the championship to date. Ryan T still in possession. O'Neill, as he fouled, no referee says play on. Well, it looked as if it was a free, and who's coming out with the ball? Well, it's Dromore, and they're awarded a free. Well, possibly could have been a free in there, but two Dromore players down on the ground will need attention. Damien Casty, Noel McGinn, Ponder on the sidelines. Well, Kevin Donnelly's fit to resume after fairly lengthy bit of treatment, and Dromore are going to make a substitute down there. I see Colm Donnelly warming up, but it'll be when the next break comes in play, and at the moment it's Dromore in possession with Barry Collins. Collins wearing number 9, kicks it forward, not a great ball, easily cut out there. Colm Doris in possession for Clonau, gives the ball inside. Well, he looked for his free there, did Shane O'Hagan, and the ball eventually comes there to Stephen McCann. McCann gives it over there towards Colm Donnelly. Colm Donnelly goes for the score. Colm Donnelly, the captain of the side. The captain leads by example. The captain registers a point. The opening score of the second half after 5.5 minutes means that there's just a point between the sides, as Clonau also make a substitute, and as PJ Lavery, the man who got that crucial goal in their semi-final victory over Donegal, well, he comes onto the field and he replaces number 10, that's Shane Coney. So PJ Lavery makes his way on. Not very happy with that decision is Shane Coney, but that's what managers have to do. They have to call it as they see it. So it's Lavery on for Coney as the ball is brought over the sideline, over the far side, and it'll be a line ball going the way of Dromore, but there's one of the Dromore players has picked up another injury, and well, the second half has been littered by stoppages and injuries, and well, Cal McCarran receiving attention over there. Not a good ball. Colin McCullough couldn't make it. Eventually picked up by Ryan Terry O'Neill. Neil gets it over here. Eventually comes to Gary Coney. Coney gives it forward again. The substitute is PJ Lavery. Lavery gives it inside. Good ball towards Shane O'Hagan. O'Hagan looking for Gary Coney. Coney needs support. Has it there in the shape of Ryan O'Neill. Ryan or O'Neill it is. Gives it back inside. Looking for Lavery, but well intercepted there by Colin McCullough. McCullough very deep in his own half. Foraging for ball. Gets it. Bounces the ball. Coming out with a brilliant play by Colin McCullough. Strong challenge there by the number 7. That's Gary Coney. McCullough well fired up for this encounter. Line ball, or is it a free? It's a free. Be taken there by Sean O'Neill. Sean O'Neill gives it in towards Ryan McManaman. McManaman goes to ground. McManaman still in possession. McManaman has support there from Sean O'Neill. O'Neill tackled strongly. Referee awards the free. Free will go the way of Dromore. Well, the referee this time wants a word with Colm Doris. Persistent fouling. Martin Mohan having strong word with Colm Doris. Well, we've had no yellow cards, just one straight red card, and it's Colm Doris who will take the kick, or will get the yellow card, I should say. Taking the free will be Sean O'Neill. Well, the watch says 8.5 minutes played in this second half. The scoreboard reads Dromore 5 points, Clonau 4 points. Dromore have failed to score in this second half to date. Clonau have registered 1 point. That came from Colm Donnelly. There's a free. It'll go the way of Clonau. An awful lot of stoppages in this second half. No free flowing football at all. Coming forward with it is Colm Doris. Doris, he loses a boot on this occasion. He's playing with one boot. He feeds the ball back towards Damien Burke. Burke gives it back one more time into the hands of Stephen McNulty. McNulty tackles strongly. McNulty still in possession. Pitch cutting up quite a lot here. A foul there by Sean O'Neill on Stephen McNulty. Free will go the way of Clonau. And wanting to take the kick is Stephen McNulty. 1 point separates the sides. 9.5 minutes played in the second half. Dromore St. Dipnus 5 points. Clonau O'Rahilly's 4 points. Ball is in the hands of PJ Laverty. Laverty turns his man. Has support there from Ryan T. O'Neill. O'Neill still in possession. Is that a free? The referee right up a play. Martin Mohan indicates a free, an opportunity for Clonaux to level matters. There could be a surprise on the cards here at Healy Park. Dromore, of course, playing with just 14 men in the second half. The free be just on the 13-metre line. It'll be taken by Stephen McNulty. McNulty scored a point just before half time. Also a free. This time a chance for point number 2, but more importantly a chance to level it. The ball goes over the bar just about. Stephen McNulty levels the game here. 10 minutes played in the championship final of 2008. The scoreboard reads Clonaux 5 points, Dromore 5 points. Substitute coming on to the Dromore side, and it's Paddy Montague, man who scored 3 points in the first half, and he's been replaced by Colm Donnelly. So we have 2 Colm Donnellys on the field of play now, one for Dromore and one for Clonaux. Colm Donnelly being the captain of Clonaux, wearing 13. Ball kicked out. This time Lafferty wins it. No, in fact it's Patrick Doris gives it in forward. There does Colm Donnelly. Man, I mentioned a few moments ago, the captain of the side kicks it, gives his side the lead. Colm Donnelly rattles the ball over the bar, his second point of the game. That's his 4th in the championship to date. Clonaux lead for the second time in this game. They led in the first minute when Patrick Doris got the opening score of the game. They now lead after 11 minutes of the second half, with Colm Donnelly's second point means it's now 6 points to 5 in favour of the men from the east of the county. Dromore yet to score in the second half. Up the go for a break ball, this time won by Barry Collins. Collins gives it back. Ball fed forward there, looking to get Colin McCullough. McCullough has it. McCullough gives it inside towards Sean O'Neill. O'Neill tackled strongly, too strongly, says the referee, and the free is given against Aidan Brady, and this will be an opportunity, I would suggest, for Colin McCullough to level matters as Noel McGinn gives out the instructions down there to Hugh McNulty. Ryan Porter alongside him. Damien Cassidy, the manager of Clonaux. Meanwhile, the ball is on the 20-metre line. It'll suit the left-footed kicker. The left-footed kicker being Colin McCullough. This is the opportunity to level matters. Looks at, he didn't look comfortable with it. He just did not look comfortable with it. Coming up to kick it there, and the ball tails badly to the right-hand side, and that's 2 very, very poor wides from the 2 men in the first half who couldn't miss. Paddy Montague missed one a few moments ago, and that one there from Colin McCullough. Dromore, are they rattled? Well, time will tell. Not a good kick out by Mickey O'Neill. The ball is back in towards Colin McCullough. Does well. Brave wins the ball. Emmett Tague comes out to face him. McCullough very close to the end line. Picked up by Owen McCusker. McCusker gets it back out there into the hands of Hugh McNulty. McNulty back to McCusker. McCusker, crossfield ball over the far side. Trying to retain possession over there, Shane McMahon. So too Sean Snowy O'Neill. Snowy has it 30 metres out from goal. Snowy close to the end line, gives it back out to Mickey Gary. Gary has support. It's there in the form of Colm Donnelly. Gives it inside. Another opportunity. High, long, raking ball in round the danger. Keeper watches all the way. Well held in there by Mickey O'Neill. Very close to the end line. Held there by Gary Coney. Coney gets the ball out. Well played by the goalkeeper. Relieves the pressure. Clonaux build from the back again. Ball in the hands of the midfielder. That's Stephen McNulty. McNulty loses it. Gets it back there towards Shane O'Hagan. O'Hagan been tackled by a couple of Dromore players. Ball on the ground. Going in to collect it is Hugh McNulty. What will the referee do? He'll award the free. The free, will it be taken quickly? Ricey wants to take it quickly. Owen McCusker calling out for it. Colm Doris in a bit of bother again. He picked up a yellow card a few moments ago. Well, is the referee calling forward? No, he's calling one of the other players forward. I think it's possibly Gary Coney, is it? He's having a word with. Well, it looks as if he's going into the notebook. We'll clarify who exactly it is in a moment or so. Meanwhile, one of the Dromore players is receiving attention down there. It's a yellow card, and as well as the fullback, Aidan Brady. So 2 Clonaux men in Martin Mohan's notebook. Colm Doris and Aidan Brady. 14 minutes played in the second half. Clonaux lead 6 points to 5. Receiving attention down there in the middle of the field area is Hugh McNulty. McNulty fit to resume by the looks of things, and Colin McCullough will take the kick. Well, he's about 42, 43 metres out. Might steal one or two before he kicks it. Here he comes. Missed one a few moments ago. This one looks better. It's on its way. Is it over? Off the crossbar. Sean O'Neill. Snowy O'Neill tries to react quickest. Gets it. Gathers the ball. Closed down by 1, 2, 3 players. Back out it comes. It's in the hands of McMahon. McMahon over to McCullough. McCullough. Good ball over the far side. Opportunity for Dromore to level, but it goes to the right hand side and goes wide. It was Sean O'Neill who had sneaked forward there, the wing half back, and that's their third wide of the second half. They have yet to register a score. We've played 15 minutes of the second half, and Dromore have yet to register a score. They've kicked 3 wides, and Clonaux, well, they've kicked 3 points. They trailed by 2 at half time, 5 points to 3. They now lead 6 points to 5. The ball has been kicked out over the far side of the field. It's in the hands of the cornerback. That's Stephen McCann. McCann gives the ball inside, but it's dispossessed, and going down to gather the ball and pick it up there for Clonaux, and winning the free and leaving it now to be taken by Damien Burke. It was the midfielder there, Shane O'Hagan, who won the free, and he's back in possession again. O'Hagan this time is closed down by Barry Collins. Ball fed back out. Going into contested there is Burke. Ball still in the hands of the Clonaux man. He's fouled. Free will be taken by Colm Doris, I think it is. Doris wanting to move the ball. No avenues open for him at the moment. This time then decides to go short, gets it back. Colm Doris in possession, centre half forward, solos the ball 45 metres out from goal, takes on his markers Ryan McManaman. Doris still in possession, slips it off there to Stephen McNulty. McNulty very close to the sideline, gets it over there towards Colm Donnelly. Donnelly loses out, ball bobbles around. What does the referee award? He awards the free to Dromore. Dromore, bit of urgency about them. Ball in the hand now of Colm Donnelly, the substitute. That's Colm Donnelly of Dromore. Gets it back to McNulty. McNulty to high challenge there. Fabian O'Neill, a high challenge there by Ryan T. O'Neill. Referee allows play to continue. The free taken quickly. Colin McCullough in possession, 65 metres out from goal. Gives it in towards Sean O'Neill. He's been well marshalled today by Aidan Brady, who wins this one. O'Neill goes to ground, gathers it, still in possession, slips the ball off there towards Shane McMahon. McMahon, 20 metres out, goes for the post, and it goes this time. It's dropped over the bar. It's the levelling point. It's a point from Shane McMahon. They've dropped a few very close to the crossbar. This time the keeper could take no chances. Palms the ball over the bar. The sides are level at 6 points apiece. Third time in the game that the sides have been level at 6 points. It's low scoring, but it's close, it's tense, it's exciting. That's their first point of the second half for Dromore. 6 points apiece. We had to wait 17, nearly 18 minutes for that point from Dromore, from Shane McMahon. Well held by Barry Collins. Over to Mickey Gary. Gary takes it, shifts a good shoulder into the hands of Owen McCusker. McCusker very far out from goal, 65 metres out from goals. Runs across field, tries to find his midfielder. His midfielder is Barry Collins. Collins close to the goal, slips it inside to McManaman. McManaman loves to get forward, loves to get a score. 20 metres out from goal, gives it back to Owen McCusker. McCusker in possession. McCusker slips it back out again. Possession play. The man looking for this near side of the field as McMahon goes from distance. Up it goes. Well, Snowy O'Neill goes to contest it, but as the full back in there, Brady does well, particularly well. He's played excellent. Has he held it too long? The referee says yes, he has. Well, just as I was saying, he was playing well. It's the commentator's curse I've put on him because he held on to the ball too long, and he's afforded, well, Dromore a very simple opportunity to take the lead. Well, from being a point down and having not scored for 17 minutes, they now have a chance through Sean Snowy O'Neill to register a score. O'Neill is 1-6 to his name in the championship to date. Mind you, there's a bit of afters down here on the far side of the field. Down to our left, there's a number of players involved in a tussle down here. Well, the referee and linesman, 2 linesmen making the way in. Well, we look at that score there, first of all, from Sean O'Neill, which means Dromore lead by a point. But Fabian O'Neill, Kevin Donnelly, and Patrick Doris, a couple of players involved down there. Referee makes his way down. consults his umpire and his linesman. Well, all that happened while Sean O'Neill was taking the free and putting it between the posts, and that's the most important thing. But the ball went over the bar. Dromore lead by a point. What has the referee seen? Still some bit of agitation down there. Ryan McManaman not too far away from it, so too Colm Doris, but it's the number 12, I think, Patrick Doris maybe, who the referee wants to have a word with. He's pulling off his shirt. Maybe he knows, well, what is the colour of the car going to be? It's yellow. Well, Patrick Doris picks up a yellow card. Meanwhile, the linesman, the referee, wants a word with another one of the players. Cal McCarran wearing number 27 over there, and McCarran is the other player who's picked up a yellow card. So after all that, play can resume. We look at the watch, it says 21 minutes played in the second half. We're coming into the last 9 minutes of the championship final, the Tyrone Senior Championship final of 2008. Dromore's St. Dipnus lead by a point against Clonore O'Reilly's. It's Mickey Gary in possession. Remember, Dromore are down to 14 men. Oh, McCuska's shot is half blocked down. Might we have another day out? Well, we're going to have extra time, I think. If it ends up in a draw, the ball fed forward. Again, O'Neill goes for it. The two O'Neills challenge for the ball. Ryan O'Neill, Fabian O'Neill goes in for a little bit of afters. The linesman, Joe McElroy, down there trying to sort things out, trying to allow play to continue as the ball is in the hands of Gary Coney, the wing half back. Coney goes cross field. The man in space is Emmett Teague. Teague gives it forward, good ball down into the full forward. Eventually is Ryan T. O'Neill. O'Neill with an opportunity to level it. O'Neill goes for the score. O'Neill's shot goes to the left hand side and goes wide. Wide number 5 in the game for Clonore. Dromore, well, they have also hit 5 wides. 8 minutes to go. Clonore still trail by a point. Clonore in their first final since 1991. Of course, they've won it 6 times over the years. Dromore, just the one-time winners. They won it in 2007. They were going for 2 in a row, and 2 in a row hasn't been done very often. Matter of fact, it's only been done 3 times over the last 25 years. Coal Island in 89 and 90, Errigal in 92 and 93, Carrickmore in 95 and 96. Can it beat Dromore in 07 and 08? Well, we'll know in 8 minutes time. But Clonore in possession, they trail by a point. People starting to stand up, a little bit of aggravation in the crowd down below us, but we'll follow the play. The ball is over the far side of the field. Clonore in possession. The ball in the hands of Ryan O'Neill. O'Neill still in possession. O'Neill closing in on goal. O'Neill fists it back out. Ball is in the hands there of Shane McMahon, or of Patrick Doris. Doris gives it back out. Back out to the midfielder. The midfielder Shane O'Hagan. O'Hagan's shot is high. It's dropping. Will it be kept in play? Very close to the end line. Doris keeps it in. Now he's pulled to the ground. That's a free in. This will be an easy opportunity. A little bit of agitation evidently in the crowd down below us, but well, we'll follow the play. It's a free to Clonore. 7 points to 6 they trail. Taking the kick is Stephen McNulty. McNulty scored 2 already. This the opportunity for his third, but more important opportunity to level it. It's high and it's over the bar. The sides are level. The sides are level. Not for the first time today. I think it's probably the 4th time today the sides have been level. Or level at 7 points apiece. Well, it mightn't be the great classic, but it's certainly tense, it's certainly exciting, and it's certainly providing value for money. 7 points apiece. Clonore in their first final since 1991. They defeated Coal Island that day. Stopped Coal Island's 3 in a row. Who's going to win possession? It's the man from the east. That's the man from Clonore, Damien Burke. Burke wins it, but they're not allowed to take the kick. The referee Martin Mohan will bring the ball forward. He'll bring it forward to the 45-metre line, and this now becomes kickable, whereas a few moments ago it wasn't. The ball fed in towards Lafferty. Lafferty well dispossessed. Good tackle by Colm Donnelly. McManaman back to Lafferty. Over the far side there towards Sean O'Neill. Gets it out. Down below us here now. Dromore in possession with Hugh McNulty. Hugh McNulty looks up, looks for movement. Not a lot of that. Has to go back with the ball. The ball is in the hands of Shane McMahon. McMahon crossfield ball looking to get Owen McCusker into the game. McCusker very close to the sideline. Will he keep it in? No, he'll not. Out over the sideline. Noel McGinn shakes his head down below us. 7 points apiece. The sides are level. 25 minutes played in the second half. Coming forward with it are the Clonaux men. The ball fisted forward. Ryan McManaman cuts it out. McManaman gives it there to Barry Collins. Collins to McCullough. McCullough tackled there by Emma Teague. 45 metres, 65 metres out from goal. Still McCullough. McCullough looks up. Not a lot inside apart from white shirts. Over towards Owen McCusker. McCusker 20 metres out from goal. Well defended in there by Stephen McCann. Stephen McCann allows the ball to go out over the end line. Does he? No, in fact, he keeps play going. Mickey O'Neill has it. O'Neill, the goalkeeper, gets it out. Clonaux building from the back. Emma Teague in possession. Ball 45 metres out from his own goal. Very cluttered in the centre of the field. Gives it short. Clonaux with Colm Donnelly, their captain. Out it goes over the far side of the field to Doris. Doris kicks it forward again. Well won inside, but well knocked away by Cal McCarn. McCarn has it. McCarn down below is Sean O'Neill. O'Neill looks up. O'Neill trying to get to Snowy O'Neill. Snowy has it. Tackled strongly by Aidan Brady. Snowy has it still. Brady now being helped and supported there by Shane O'Hagan. There's going to be a substitute. It looks like Conor O'Neill is going to come on the field of play. A young man who was injured, wasn't fit to start. Well, it looks as if he's warming up down below us. May enter the fray in a few moments' time. 26 minutes played in the second half. The sides are level. 7 points apiece. 4 minutes remain. 4 minutes to determine where the O'Neill Cup for 2008 will reside. Will it reside in the east with Clonaux O'Reilly's? Will it reside in the west with Dromore St. Dipness? They're going for two in a row. Colin McCullough will take the kick. Sean O'Neill fit to resume. McCullough, well, he'll not kick it over the bar from there. He'll have to look to go short. Who's looking for it? Well, it's the man who was fouled, Sean Snowy O'Neill. But again, this man, Aidan Brady, he's 28 years of age. Well, he's having a stormer in there. Brady still in possession. Brady, the jersey being tugged, gets it over there to his cornerback, Stephen McCann. McCann fits it out to Emma Teague. Teague has it. Teague faced there by McManaman. Still Teague coming forward. Tackled there by three Dromore players. And the ball is on the ground. Or two men on the ground. Teague will take the free. Crossfield ball. One score may well win it at this stage. Clonaux are in possession. Clonaux in the shape of Colm Doris. Doris turns inside his man. Doris still coming forward. Doris kicks it long, kicks it far. Peter Ward will come out to gathered. Dangerous territory for Ward. What'll he do? He does well, picks it up. Does he go to ground? No, he still retains possession. Fabian O'Neill, his captain, is over there as well. So too is McCarn. Ball in the hands of Fabian O'Neill. Remember that speech last year? Will he have the chance to say to make a speech again today in Healy Park? We'll know in a few minutes' time. Ryan McManaman has it. McManaman, a minute and a half to go. Sides are level. Mickey Gary has it. Colin McCullough. McCullough looks up. McCullough still has it. McCullough jigs the ball inside. Not a good ball. Given away. Possession is all important at this stage. Clonaux now have it. Trying to get back there is Sean O'Neill, struggling to get back. All these players are nearly out on their feet. Very heavy pitch. The ball fed forward towards the cornerback. That's Stephen McCann. McCann gives it down. Well, it was Gary Coney. Coney, well, the referee awards the free to Dromore. Taken very quickly in the hands of Shane McMahon. McMahon, well, the referee wants to stop the play. He wants to indicate to his linesman how many minutes are left. We look at the watch. The watch says 29.5 minutes played in this championship final of 2008. What will the board say? I'd say it could say maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 minutes. We had a lot of stoppages in the second half. Well, the players look leg weary. Everybody's looking at Pat McEntee down below us. What will he indicate? Well, we'll know in a few moments. At the moment, it's a free. Well, 3 minutes of additional time is what Pat McEntee awards. The ball fed down over the far side. Shane McMahon, it's all about possession. We look at the watch. The watch says the 30 minutes are played. The ball is out over the sideline. It's a line ball for Clonaux. Who can steal up the march in this game? It's Clonaux 7. It's Dromore 7. It's 24 minutes was the last score. Substitute now on the team down below. It's a substitute for Dromore. It's Owen McCusker who will come off. It's the man who scored the goal in the champion or in the All-Ireland minor final this year. The replay game down in Longford. It was that man who's coming on the field of play, Conor O'Neill, who got that crucial goal on the day. Coming off as the top scorer in the championship for 2008. That's Owen McCusker. Referee awards the free to Dromore or to Clonaux. The kick, well, it'll be taken by Colm Doris. Are we looking at additional time? Well, we've played 1 minute of that already. Are we looking at extra time, I should say? Well, we'll know in 2 minutes time. Will we get a winner? Very well, that's a free in. What do Clonaux do? Will they try to work it short? Will they go for it from distance? Well, it's too far out to kick it from there. Who will take the kick? Well, the referee wants a word with one of the Dromore players. Looks as if it's a yellow card for the substitute, Colm Donnelly. Well, nervous times on the sidelines. Both managers giving out instructions. Who's going to take the kick? Emmett Teague will kick it. 31 and a half minutes played. He goes short, gets it to Lafferty. Lafferty, remember, he got the crucial goal against Dromore. Will he look for the free? Lafferty still in possession. Referee allows play to continue. Dromore have the possession. Fabian O'Neill has it. The ball is out over the far side of the field with Colin McCullough. Did he hold on to it too long? Referee says no. Time says 32 minutes. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining. Barry Collins in possession. Last chance saloon for Dromore. Ball fed forward down towards Conor O'Neill. Brilliant interception. Clonaux now have it. Conor O'Neill gets in the tackle. Clonaux coming forward. This is their last chance, I would suggest. It's by Colm Donnelly. Feeds it over there to McCann. McCann gets it over there to Ryan T. O'Neill. Ryan T. still in possession. Been tackled there by Kevin Donnelly. Referee awards the free. Man in space over here is Stephen McCann. Will they be able to pick him out? They look to go with it. The watch says 32 and a half minutes played. The ball is, well, the referee has blown it up early. He certainly has blown it up early. There was another 35 seconds to be played in that game, but the referee has blown it up early, and we'll have extra time. We'll have 10 minutes either way of extra time. Both teams want to go to the dressing rooms. The referee will probably allow that. A number of the Dromore officials have made it over to the referee, but both sides, Dromore in haste to the dressing room. All sorts of scenes going on down here below us. Yeah. Well, the referee is very interesting here. Has called in the captains of both teams. Fabian O'Neill, the captain of Dromore, has been called forward, wearing number 2, and Colm Donnelly has also been called forward. So, well, they're not in direct opposition, but maybe he has just indicated that he needs things to settle down. There's an air of tension around Healy Park, which hasn't been prevalent for a long time. As we enter additional time and our extra time, we'll have 2 periods of 10 minutes of extra time, and of course Dromore now are reinstated to 15 aside, or 15 players, because the substitute, or the man who was sent off earlier on in the game, Eamon O'Neill, well, he can't come on, but because it's a new game as such, they can bring their complement up to 15, and that means that Kevin O'Brien, wearing number 23, is on the Dromore side. But for the moment, we'll follow the play, and Colm Donnelly, the captain who we mentioned a few moments ago, is in possession for Dromore, or for Clonaux. Ball fed forward down towards the other captain, that's Fabian O'Neill. This time he leaves it for Cal McCarn. McCarn tries to get the ball away. McCarn's fouled. That'll be a free to Dromore. Cal McCarn will take it. Peter Ward, Collingford, decides to go back to Peter Ward with the ball. Ward then fist past the ball out towards Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon looks up, delivers it long but well read and well cut out there by Gary Coney, but McMahon comes forward. brings the ball out over the sideline. No, the linesman indicates that the line ball goes the way of Dromore, and Ryan McManaman comes forward with her. McManaman feeds it forward again, tried to pick up the return ball from Conor O'Neill. Eventually Conor O'Neill wins possession, gives it over there towards Mickey Gary. Mickey Gary towards Conor O'Neill. Back to Mickey Gary. Gary showing his strength. Gary still in possession. Gives it back out to his midfield partner. That's Barry Collins. Collins over there towards Sean O'Neill. Sean O'Neill from distance. Sean O'Neill. Brilliant effort from Sean O'Neill. Wonderful score from the wing half back, Sean O'Neill. And he puts Dromore in the lead for the first time since, well, way back midway through the first half, or the second half. Excellent score there from Sean O'Neill. Means that Dromore now lead by a point, 8 points to 7. Floodlights are on here in Healy Park. A long day of football, great entertainment for a very sizable crowd here, packed into the stands of Healy Park, and over on the terrace on the far side, of course, the minor game, which was played a long time ago now. It ended up a draw with Arbo 13 points, or well, 1 goal and 10, and Oma 13 points. Of course, this one ended a draw as well. We're now into extra time. No replay, as well, maybe if this is a draw after the additional time, but of course it has been agreed there'll be no extra time because of the Ulster Club Championship next week. The ball is given forward again there and into the hands of Kevin O'Brien. O'Brien to Ryan McManaman. McManaman crossfield ball. Coming on to that one is Sean O'Neill. He scored a point a few moments ago. Can he repeat the dose? This time he's tackled strongly. Did he pick the ball on the ground? Damien Cassidy calls that he did. I think he did. Now Damien Cassidy not happy with that decision, but ball given down towards Conor O'Neill. O'Neill twists one way, twists another, still in possession. Conor O'Neill still going forward. O'Neill feeds the ball back there towards Shane McMahon. McMahon has O'Neill with him, gives it back to Sean Snowy O'Neill. Snowy crossfield ball, will it go out? The goalkeeper watches it all the way out over the end line. It goes a wide for Dromore, and still the St Dimphna's men lead by a point, 8 points to 7. The only score in this extra time period has came from Sean O'Neill. We've played 4 minutes of that extra time. Kick out will be taken by Mickey O'Neill. O'Neill, just 19 years of age, kicks it out, up the go for it. Floodlights shining brightly here in Healy Park. Ryan McManaman gathers it, gives it forward there, looking for Colin McCullough. McCullough gathers the ball with great skill, looks up, gives it inside towards O'Neill. Brilliant ball. Now O'Neill with a chance. O'Neill's shot, well, Sean O'Neill, he's only had 1 point today, and that came from a free. This just hasn't been his day so far. That's their second wide in this first period of extra time. But what a ball from Colin McCullough. And Dromore certainly in the ascendancy in this first period of additional time. Mickey O'Neill with another kick out. Out it comes. Mickey Gary gets a fist on it. Ball picked up by Shane O'Hagan. O'Hagan over there towards Damien Burke. Burke kicks it forward. 5 minutes played of extra time, halfway through the first period. Dromore pick up the loose ball. Sean O'Neill, the only scorer in extra time. Crossfield ball with the fist to McMahon. McMahon to McCullough. McCullough jinks one way, turns, delivers it long into space, trying to get Conor O'Neill moving. Conor O'Neill and Ryan McManaman going back there to defend well is Shane O'Hagan. McManaman touches the ball on the ground. Kick taken quickly, not a good ball. Straight across, and Sean O'Neill reacts to it, gathers the ball. Good tackle by Colm Donnelly. Going down to pick it up is Barry Collins, but well played there by Stephen McNulty. McNulty coming out with it. Fist the ball across field to Burke. Burke gives it over once more. Back inside there eventually. It comes into the hands of Doris. Doris feeds it forward. Ball dropped again, this time dropped by Laverty. Laverty tries to dispossess Hugh McNulty. Ball touched on the ground, is it? Foot in. That'll be a free. Well, Doris wants to take it quickly. This is probably scoreable. Who will take it? Well, may well be Stephen McNulty or Patrick Doris. Doris has scored 2 points from frees. McNulty scored 3. 5 of the Clonaux total have come from frees. This time as Patrick Doris scored 2 points in the game to date. He scored 11 in the championship, plus the 2 today is 13. This one of the most important kicks of his young career. He's 20 years of age. He kicks it. Is it over? Oh, fantastic effort by Patrick Doris. Wonderful score from Doris. His 3rd of the day. But more importantly, it levels matters again. Sides all square. 8 points apiece. 6-7 minutes played in extra time. Peter Ward with the kick out. Sides have been level on 4 occasions throughout this encounter. Peter Ward with the kick out. Places it over the far side, looking for Barry Collins. Can Collins keep it in play? Very close to the sideline. Has support from McManaman. McManaman looks up, gives it over there now towards Kevin O'Brien. O'Brien, all experience of O'Brien, gives it forward, looking to get Colin McCullough. Brilliant play from McCullough. Shoulders man off the ball. Now there's a couple of men over here. McCullough still going. How did he take too many steps? Referee says play on. Bounces the ball again. Gets it back to Conor O'Neill. O'Neill inside to McMahon. McMahon, brilliant block. Excellent block by Damien Burke. Ball fisted forward again. What a block by Damien Burke. Tague has it. Tague gives it back to Brady. Brady over the far side to Gary Coney. Coney gives it in towards, or forward towards Burke again. Brilliant play by Clonaux. Ball in the hands there of Shane O'Hagan over the far side of the field. O'Hagan delivers it forward, looking for Ryan Orr O'Neill. Ryan Orr gives it forward again. Clonaux in possession. Ryan T has it on this occasion. Ryan T still going forward. Very close to the end line. Still in possession. Coming forward with it. Decides to kick it back out there. Picking up the loose ball is Shane O'Hagan. O'Hagan fists it forward again. Opportunity for Clonaux, but well, he snatched at it. O'Neill snatched at it, and that ball drifts to the left hand side and drifts wide. 1.5 minutes of additional time, or 1.5 minutes left in extra time. And believe it or not, sides level yet again. 1 point apiece in this second half, or in this first period of additional time. As
there will be no extra time at the end of the first half.
No additional time. That means there was no injuries, no stoppages, which is probably right. Sean O'Neill gives it to Ricey. Ricey's fouled. Free will be taken. Dromore want to take it quickly. Ryan McManaman and Colin Doris, not for the first time, square up to one another.
#23 replaces number 15, Ryan O'Neill.
Now, Eamon Hughes, he's listed at number 21, but he's number 23, we're told. So Eamon Hughes comes onto the field of play, and he replaces Ryan O'Neill. McManaman with the kick down towards Gary, but it's well picked up there by Colin Doris. We've played the 10 minutes of this first period of extra time. Good ball inside towards the substitute. Hughes, opportunity, ball fed in. Did he take too long? Referee allows him to continue. He was caught in two minds. Feeds the ball back out. The referee looks at the watch again. Extra time, first period should be up at this stage. Colin Doris in possession for Clonaux. Doris feeds the ball forward again. Back it goes towards Eamon Hughes. Hughes' shot is a little ambitious. Ball goes to the right hand side and goes wide. And well, the first period of extra time is over, and the sides are still level. 8 points apiece, just one score from each side. And believe it or not, they're level on wides as well. 7 wides apiece and 8 points apiece. Second half of additional or of extra time about to get underway. The O'Neill Cup is sitting there, poised, not knowing whether it's going east or west. And either do the 7,000 people here in Healy Park know what way it's going to go. This has been an enthralling contest throughout. Sides still locked at 8 points apiece. Free down the far side there will go the way of Dromore. Fabian O'Neill goes back to Peter Ward. Peter Ward comes out with it, solos the ball 20 metres out from goal, delivers it high, long, raking ball, looking for McCusker. McCusker, brilliant take in the centre of the field by Stephen McNulty. Brilliant catch. McNulty has had a terrific hour and 10 minutes so far. Gives the ball down towards Ryan T. O'Neill. Ryan T. been faced by Kevin Donnelly, still going strong. Is he being pulled back? Yes, indeed he is. And that's a free in. And this is kickable. There's an opportunity. And yet another player loses a boot. Well, it certainly has been a day for losing boots. This time, Ryan T. O'Neill loses his. And coming over to take the kick, I would suggest, is Patrick Doris. Doris has kicked 3 points to date. Him and Paddy Montague, the leading scorers in this game, with 3 points apiece. Well, if his last kick was important to level the sides, well, what about this one? More of an acute angle, but a little bit closer to goals. He's on the about 22 or 23 metres out, steals a couple of yards, kicks it, looks good, looks very good. What an exceptional score from Patrick Doris. A score which puts Clonoe into the lead again. We've played a minute and a half of the second half of extra time, and Paddy Doris, with his 4th point of the game, means that Clonoe lead by a point, 9 points to 8. Up the go for it, Shane McMahon, the ball drifts over their heads. Barry Collins has it. Collins fists it forward towards Owen McCusker. McCusker coming forward. Can Dromore reply right away? Did he take too many steps? McCusker goes to the post. What a magnificent score from Owen McCusker. Absolutely sheer class from Owen McCusker. He scored a brilliant point in the first half, but I doubt if it was better than that. Well, looked as if he was going nowhere. Oh, he was on his left hand side. He cut onto his right foot and slotted the ball over the bar, and now the sides are level for the 5th time today. 9 points apiece. It mightn't be a classic in terms of the quality of the football, but it certainly is an epic in terms of the closeness and the tenseness and all that has gone on. The yellow cards, the red cards, the extra time. Clonoe come forward again. In possession, Ryan T. O'Neill gives it over to Stephen McCann. McCann gets it back. McCann still in possession. McCann has Colm Donnelly with him. McCann, the corner back, still going forward. Not sure what to do with it. Caught in a couple of minds. Been tackled strongly there by Sean O'Neill. Fetchel gives it over to Colm Donnelly. Donnelly foraging forward. Donnelly close to the end line. Too close to the end line. Goes out over the end line. And well, Dromore are suggesting that it's wide, but the umpire, he's the most important man. He indicates that it's a 45, and in position to kick it is Stephen McNulty. This time it'll be kicked off the ground. Clonoe, winners of the senior title on 6 occasions. Dromore have won it just the once. Clonoe beat Eric Kilkieran, Carrickmore and Donegal to get to this final. Dromore, on the other hand, beat Omagh after a replay. Then the counter for the team that beat in the final last year, Coal Island, and then they beat Arboe last Sunday here in Healy Park. As Stephen McNulty lines up the 45, here he comes, kicks it, gets great length, gets great accuracy, majestic score from Stephen McNulty, sails over the bar from 45 metres out. The midfielder has hit 4 points today. He has levelled what Patrick Doris has done. He has also hit 4, but more importantly, Clonoe now lead by a point, 10 points to 9. As Paul O'Neill, wearing number 24, he comes onto the field of play, and he will replace one of the substitutes who was put in earlier. That's PJ Lafferty. Bigger man is Paul O'Neill, more physical presence. So plenty of O'Neills on the field of play. Well, as Niall O'Neill, we're being told, wearing 23 or wearing 24, these numbers not correct, as the ball is very close to the sideline. Line ball. The watch says we've played 5 minutes of the second period of extra time. Clonaux lead by a point, but every time they have, Dromore have been able to respond. Can they respond today? For one more time, coming forward again is Ryan O'Neill. Ryan T loses out. Barry Collins has it. Collins is fouled. Dromore need a score. Ryan McManaman has it. McManaman looks up, delivers a good ball into space, coming on to it there, but losing out is Colin McCullough. And Emmett Teague, he's had a stormer. Well, Teague pulled to the ground by Colin McCullough. That'll play into the hands of Dromore or of Clonaux. They'll be content. Another player down injured. This time is Sean O'Neill. Snowy O'Neill this time. As Dromore think about another change, and it's Rory McManaman. Looks as if he's coming on the field of play. Brother, of course, of Ryan's. A couple of players receiving attention, but this will suit Dromore or Clonaux, because they are leading by a point. We've played 6.5 minutes, just 3.5 minutes remaining in extra time. Is the cup going to Clonaux O'Reilly's? Rory McManaman is on in place of Sean O'Neill. But Clonaux are in possession. Gary Coney, crossfield ball, possession football. Damien Burke has it. Possession football for the O'Reillys. Burke looks up, kicks it left footed, winning the ball again and playing exceptionally well in additional time has been Ryan O'Neill. Ryan O'Neill still coming 45 metres out from goal. This time Ryan McManaman holds him up. O'Neill, brilliant play, crossfield ball. Oh, this time gives it away. And Dromore move it quickly. In possession is Shane McMahon. McMahon up towards McCusker. McCusker shows his strength, shows his pace now. McCusker still going. Scored the equalizer a few moments ago. Off the upright and wide. Off the upright and wide. And well, it's still 10 points to 9. McCusker, he done everything right apart from that couple of inches. Couple of inches was the difference. 7.5 minutes played of the second period of extra time. We have a couple of minutes left. 10 points to 9, Clonaux lead. Kieran Lynch been carried off the field of play. Sad to see that in any game, and particularly in a championship final when your team is leading by a point with only a couple of minutes remaining. But he's picked up quite a serious injury by the looks of things, has Kieran Lynch, and he's replaced now by Jerome McCann. So that's a 5-minute stoppage we had there. So I made it that we had about 3 minutes of time to be played. So 3 minutes of time will still remain. The kick out is taken. Remember, it's Dromore who trailed by a point, the county champions of 2007. Well, 4 additional minutes now, so yeah, that works about right. 3 minutes of time that was available, plus another minute. And now there's an injury over there to, I think it's Sean O'Neill who's injured over there. Well, Dromore, the county champions, trailed by a point. Damien Cassidy standing down below us, hands on hips. The O'Neill Cup sitting proudly down there, waiting, not knowing where it will be for the next 12 months. Damien Cassidy done an absolutely magnificent job with Clonaux, guiding them. There's his side. Now leads by a point. McManaman kicks it in. Oh, McCusker goes for it. He's faced up there by Aidan Brady. Brady's played very well. Well, the ball given out by McCusker. Colm Doris has it, gets it over there towards Gary Coney. Coney comes out with it, moves the ball forward again. This time it's in the hands of Jerome McCann, the substitute. McCann carries it forward, gives a good ball down, looking for the other substitute O'Neill. This time Dromore get round the ball in numbers. Back there and winning possession is Shane McMahon. McMahon looks as if he's fouled. Referee agrees. It's a foul over there. And, well, Fabian O'Neill, the captain, takes the ball, plays it very quickly over the far side of the field. Oh, missing out on that one is Sean O'Neill. Well, he's struggling with injury, and he's committed a foul over there. And the free will go the way of Clonaux as Colm Donnelly goes down over there with cramp. And one is not surprised to see players going down with cramp, because they've played their hearts out on a very heavy surface here in Healy Park. They have given everything, both teams. The watch says 14.5 minutes, but well, we had 4 minutes of additional time to be played, and that started when I was at 12. So we have 2 minutes of those played as the ball goes out over the line again. Another line ball for Clonaux. They're in possession. All they need to do is retain possession, win a few frees, win whatever they can, keep the ball. But this time they've lost the ball out. McManaman is in possession over there, trying to come out with the ball. Or Dromore. Fabian O'Neill has it. O'Neill goes across field. The keeper, Peter Ward, looks for it. Ward will come out with it. Ward lays it off. Still coming forward. Or Dromore. McMahon kicks it forward. They need leaders at this stage, but the leaders are on Clonaux. It's all over. Well, I think he's probably blown it early, but that won't matter to Clonaux. They have won their first ever championship title since 1991. Winners in 58, winners in 59, winners in 60, winners in 64, winners in 65, winners in 19 and 91, and now winners in 2008. And Damien Cassidy is one of the calmest men down below us. He walks onto the field, he congratulates the referee, shakes his hand, walks into the centre of the field, shakes hands with the secretary and the chairman of the club, the Clonaux team, and then puts a big broad smile on his face and allows his players to be engulfed out in the middle of the field by their supporters. 91 to 2008 is a long, long time. It's all of 17 years since there was scenes of celebrations like this for Clonaux. They are the winners. They win it after extra time on a final score of Clonaux 10 points, Dromore 9 points. Well, what scenes we're witnessing out in front of us here this evening in Healy Park. It really has been scenes out here in front of us in Healy Park. Clonaux O'Rahilly's are going to bring the O'Neill Cup home for the first time since 1991. Well, it just, that there scene out there just shows you what it means to a team that hasn't won a championship for such a long, long time. The winners, as I say, in 58, 59 and 60. Then in 64 and 65. They had to wait until 19 and 91 for their next crown. And then the gap of 17 years till today. The 20... Well, this date will go down in history in the Clonaux Club. The 26th of October 2008, as their captain Colm Donnelly tries to make his way forward. Pat Darcy, the county board chairman, starts to make his speech, but he might have to wait a wee while. Colm Donnelly becomes the first man from Clonau in 17 years to raise the O'Neill Cup proudly above his head. Clonau are the champions of Tyrone for 2008. And look at the scenes of joy. Wonderful occasion, wonderful result for Clonau. Colm Donnelly, 23 years of age, has the cup over, takes the microphone, and he will address the crowd out in front.
Are you fucking serious? You're not fucked!
We're now bringing the 17-year gap and we're bringing the O'Neill Cup back to the corner. There's a lot of people that help us on our way here from Fenway, and I might forget a few, but there's our management team of Martin Slavic, Pine Clear, Peter Byrne, Dermot Scullion, Peter Byrne, Lee John O'Neill, and to the man who instilled belief in us all, we can go on and win this, and that's Davy Cassidy.
You feel like a cunt now.
There's one special person that was an inspiration to us the whole way through our championship campaign, and that's young Colin Brady. We've been known as the Giant Killers. Hopefully now we can be known as the Giants of Tyrone. It's a very hard fought game. It's never easy losing the final, but to lose it in extra time by a point, it's even harder. But it's 3 cheers for Dromore.
Hooray! 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 We are not! We are! We are!
Well, Shane, a few moments after a quite pulsating game of football. What's your feelings?
Words can't describe it. I mean, honest to God, you've seen people here you've trained with, worked hard with all your life. You grew up with these people, you know, people from that height there. Just the hard work. You know, we said it full time of normal time. if we work hard, honest hard work, we'll come out winners here, and thank God we did.
It really was a pulsating game of football. It might have been a classic in terms of the football that was played, but in terms of excitement and the tenseness of the game, it really was something else, and the physical struggles out there was immense.
Yeah, that's right. We've trained hard for it all year, you know, the physical aspect of it too, back in the winter times with January, February, March and all that there. And it's not even a team game, it's a squad game these days, so it is. It took boys off the bench there to come on, they've all done a job for us, so they did. It's absolutely brilliant.
And Shane, coming down here today, be honest with me now, did you really believe that you were going to be able to dethrone the champions?
Honestly did, you know, at the start of the year, from the start of the year we actually said, you know, it's all self-belief. Klein got the final last year, so they did, and Damien Cassidy came in this year, so he did, and he said, boys, the players are here, the talent's here, if you work hard enough you'll get it, and you'll get obstacles during the year, the likes of Donegal, Cork, all these teams, Ergel, Kieran. We worked hard enough, we beat them all. I think we're deserved champions, we beat them all.
You certainly are deserved champions. Go there and enjoy the celebration, and we'll catch up with you later on. Cheers. Hold on. Stephen, what can one say after that? Tremendous victory, tremendous performance. How do you feel after that?
It's just absolute disbelief. It's unbelievable. It's down to the 28 players in our panel boys all year, fucking from December right through. Boys, this was a very hard process. We battle. We had belief this day, and we were going to win it, but we weren't going to be beat.
I was talking to Shane there a few moments ago, your midfield partner, and he also said the one thing that this team had coming down here today was belief, and that was evident out there throughout the game.
We have a never die attitude in our team this year, and it was brilliant. And I'm just glad we fucking battled through and we've done it at the main stage.
And what about those points that you kicked yourself? 4 points today, 4 frees, but the crucial one was the 45. What a magnificent effort.
Well, you just have to try and keep yourself fucking composed and try and do as best as you can. That's all you can do. That's all the practice for you during the year. So.
And what were your thoughts when you were coming up to hit that free or that 45?
It's just a matter of just trying to compose myself and to take my time, don't be rushing. And at the end of the day, it was my fortune that it went over the bar. So.
And I believe that was the point that turned out to be the winning point of the game.
Well, it wasn't. It was what do you call it? It was the last point of the game, but our defenders at the end I thought was absolutely brilliant. I thought they were outstanding, so they were.
It was a very physical and robust game out there. A lot of things went on at full time. You were down on pitch there, involved in the middle of that. What were your thoughts on that?
That's championship football for you. It's a hard battle. Everybody wants it as hard as they saw, and good enough we came out and top.
What does this mean to the people of Clonau?
It's absolutely unbelievable. We have no word to explain how we feel today. It's absolutely brilliant.
We go and jump into the middle of that there and enjoy it.
We are fucking dynamite. We are fucking dynamite.
Jesus, get us out of this dumb. Hold on, man. Mickey, I think I'm right in saying youngest man on the team. But, well, how does it feel?
Absolutely brilliant. To win in that way, I'm speechless. I can't say it on. I cannot say it on. Look at the crowd. Come on! Look at the crowd. It says it soundly.
It was a very tense struggle throughout. But you edged it just at the end. The belief on the side was phenomenal.
The belief was brilliant, but I knew we could do it as soon as. It's like I knew we're fit enough, we're strong enough, we knew we could do it ourselves. We definitely knew we could do it ourselves, definitely.
And you relied a lot on free takers. Well, both teams relied on free takers today, but your men, Paddy Doris and Stephen McNulty in the middle of the field, both of them hit 4 points, some magnificent scores.
Top class players, what can I say? Top class, they brought us to the end, so they definitely did.
You're only 19 years of age. Yeah. And what's your thoughts on going home as a 19-year-old this evening and with the O'Neill Cup, and you have a championship medal in your back pocket?
Absolutely brilliant. I didn't think it happened. I did not think it happened. I can't believe it's happening. On the way, lads, yes!
And you're going to be involved in Ulster Club, believe it or not, this week.
Bring it on, let's go, on the moon. Big O!
You're only allowed to party for a day or so now because you'll have to settle down for that.
It'd be enough for us tonight, so it would.
I'm joined here with the captain of the side. Thanks, Mikey. Cheers. Colin. Well done, Colin. Well done. Thank you very much. Colin, captain of the side. The first Clonau man to lift the O'Neill Cup in 17 years. How does that feel?
Words can't describe how I feel at the minute. It's just complete elation. Martin McStravick was the last man to lift it, and he's been an inspiration to me my whole football career. He's took me from under 12 right up, and it's been our dream to be here today lifting the O'Neill Cup.
And today you fulfilled your dream, and you fulfilled it in fine style. It went to extra time. It was a tense, dire struggle at times, but you, Clonaux, hung in and were rewarded at the end with some great scores to win it.
Yeah, we're stuck in. We worked really hard, and that's what Damien told us to do. Stay there to the end, just to keep fighting to the end, and that's what we've done, and it paid off. Thanks.
The work rate of the team was outstanding. Your full-back Brady was absolutely excellent throughout. Your two midfielders, yourself, Ryan T. O'Neill, particularly in extra time. The ferocious work rate, not to mention the contributions of Emma Teague and Colm Doris.
That's the kind of thing Damien has instilled in us. Every player has their part to play. Never give up, never say die attitude, and I think that's what got us across the line in the end.
Talk to us about the role that Damien Cassidy played since he came into Clonaux.
Damien came into Clonaux, and it was his way or no way, and that's the way he done it. And he instilled a self-belief in the players, a self-belief throughout the team, confidence, and a real grit to win games. And it showed today, and it showed throughout the championship, that we could grind games out, and Damien, it's a tribute to Damien today.
You've had a number of high-profile managers over the past number of years, but Cassidy must have something extra special that he delivers for this team.
Damien does, yeah. It's that work ethic. It's that never say die. It's that attitude that he instills. He had it as a player, and now he has it as manager, and he uses it, and it rubs off on his players.
You have 1 week now to prepare. I'm sure you don't want to even talk about this at this stage, but you have 1 week to prepare for an Ulster club game here, I think, in Healy Park next Sunday against St Eunan's. Will your thoughts turn to that fairly soon?
Yeah, thoughts will turn to that fairly soon. There'll be a bit of a night tonight. We'll not go too over the top, and St Eunan's are definitely on our mind now.
Colm, the Ulster clubs don't come around too often. I suppose Dromore thought that this year, if they could get over yourselves, that they might have been able to put a bit of a run together. So Ulster clubs don't come around too often, so it's up to yourselves now to make the most of that opportunity.
Yeah, there's some very good clubs in Ulster. Ulster is a stronghold of football in Ireland, so obviously the club scene will be the same. So we're going to have to roll up our sleeves and try and get the same grit and determination together to go at it again.
One final question: when you were lifting the cup and all those hordes of Clonaux people down in front of you, you must have felt immensely proud and immensely good.
It was an unreal sense of pride to have my family here watching me, to have all my relatives, all my friends, everybody you grew up with. That's a special thing when you do it with your club.
Well, Colm, heartiest congratulations. Go and enjoy yourself and go enjoy your night. Good luck.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Good man. How was your involvement with the team? Joined here by Harry McClurg, one of the assistant managers with the Clonaux team. Harry, county champions 2008. Sounds good?
It sounds fantastic. It's something we've been waiting for the 17 years. We knew it was in them. It was just a matter of trying to get it out of them. We got the right man in. They got the belief back into the lads. And of course, a young team, what else can you do for them? But we built them full of confidence and they believe themselves, and here we are.
Well, at times they got the first score of the game, but then at half time I think they were trailing by 2 points or so, and throughout the game it was nip and tuck, but they stuck in and kept at it, and there was great belief in the side.
That's correct. That's where it was. We told them before, come out, look lads, and all the championships we played, we are going to be facing off a dirty ball and the hard play and the breaking ball, and if you're competing every time with that there and you're only a point or two behind them, we will come out the winners. And what's we done, we once again we drilled it into them, and we got the belief into them, and that's what happened. We got them round again, and thankfully they come out in front.
And there was some fractious stuff at the end of full time down on the pitch. A number of players became involved in unsavoury scenes, I suppose. Was it hard at at full time then to settle the players back down and get their minds focused on playing football in extra time?
Well, believe it or not, we needed that. because our boys were sitting giving Dromore the credit. So it was a good wake-up call for us. We needed it. We didn't have to get them sit down and to get them regrouped, because they knew themselves that they had Dromore rattled at this stage, and all they had to do now was to get out on that next period and prove that they could do it.
And prove it they did with some fine scores, and particularly your free takers were important today. Stephen McNulty's kicks, and particularly the 45, and of course Patrick Doris as well. He missed a reasonably easy chance at one stage, but he still had the confidence to come back and keep hitting them.
Of course, Patrick, as you said, missed one maybe early in the game, but we have told him on all through his sessions, on all through his games, look, you miss one, you get the other one. And we've once again we drilled that into him, and to tell him, if you miss the first one, never put your head down, and to carry on ahead, you'll always get your next one.
Dromore are reigning county champions, as you know, when you came down here today to Healy Park to take them on, and they were the bookies' favourites. They were nearly everybody's favourites, but you had the tactics, and you had the belief, and you had the know-how to defeat them. You must be immensely proud of that.
Well, the bottom line is we're a pedigree of championship football. You know, it's never say die for the Rockies, and you have to take your hat off to Dromore, because they've been there for the second year in a row. They've been knocking on the door this maybe 5 or 6 years, and they've never come through. And once we got our boys, when our boys knew once we were a pedigree, we just had to get the belief in themselves that they could do it today.
And your thoughts now turn into Ulster Club here next Sunday, and St Eunice and Letterkenny?
Well, once again, it's coming quick. Which maybe we're not going to have time to dwell on it. We'll celebrate tonight, get the boys down to the ground again, and thankfully it's not that far away. That well, we don't know anything about it, but we'll just take it as it comes.
And you'll be able to retain Damien Cassidy for another few weeks to take you through and maybe guide you through to an Ulster final.
Well, this is it. Like, don't forget, he's not away yet, and he mightn't be away if things go away. Things are going. I can't see why he can't stay.
Great. Well, Harry, thanks for joining us, and enjoy your celebrations, and well done today.
Thank you very much, boys.
I'm joined here by the victorious manager of Clonoe, Damien Cassidy. Damien, when you entered Clonoe 12 months ago and took on the O'Rahillys, did you ever think you'd be here in Healy Park today lifting the O'Neill Cup?
Well, before you go into any club, you're talking to various people to find out the quality that's around them. And when I talked to 4 people that I knew that I could trust, who knew throwing football pretty well, and the message was coming back to me all the time that the players were in Clonoe. It was about getting structure and getting organisation and getting a strong team behind them to show them a way. And after the first 3 or 4 matches that we played at the beginning of the year, I knew myself that we had the team, so it was about just getting the work done, getting the organisation put together, and taking one game at a time. So to answer your question, I had a fair idea there was quality here.
I've been talking to a number of the players before I came down here to join you, and the one thing they've kept talking about is what you have brought to the team. You've brought commitment and belief. Belief was the big word coming out, and you could see that was evident there today. Them guys were not going to lie down today.
Well, you know, I think they've been very generous. You know, the bottom line, you've got to have that within you. You know, you've got to have that within yourself, and if, you know, you can't put a heart where it's not there, and that's what these lads have. Lots of heart, and the conditions, the game today, the toughness of it, it required heart to pull out a one. And you know, fair enough, you turn around, you pat me in the back, but the bottom line is, it is always the players out in the pitch who won the championships, and they put in the hard work, do the tough training and all the rest. I have the easy job. I just stand on the sideline, make a few changes here and there, and give out bad manners sometimes when somebody's needed. So, but you know, and managers do get too much credit. Make no mistake about it, they do get too much credit. And the reverse of when things go badly, they get too much abuse. So it always comes back onto the players, and those are the lads who produced the goods today and deserve all the credit.
But Damien, Cool Island came down here last year, and they just didn't seem to have the same belief in them. You could see that from early doors. That Clonoe showed today, when they came out in the first 5-10 minutes, you knew that Clonoe were going to be very, very close and going to be very, very sticky here today for Dromore.
But I mean, I'm surprised that people think that it wouldn't have been like that. You know, why would people think that Clonoe wouldn't come here?
Maybe because it's a big day, a big final. Haven't been here before. Dromore with experience. Maybe people thought that.
The bottom line is Clonoe of tradition. This is their 7th championship, and you cannot beat tradition in this game. And tradition came to bear in the hearts and souls of the Clonoe footballers today, and they lived the dream of their uncles and their sisters and their brothers and their cousins and their aunts, all those people before them who've got their championship medals. And you just can't buy that type of passion.
And it really was the conditions mightn't have allowed for great quality of football, but it was a great struggle in terms of physical presence and tenacity and will to win and all those qualities that come out on a day like this, and you came out on top. Clonone came out on top, so that must make you really, really proud.
Well, to work with a group of lads and to know when you walk out on the pitch before the game that they've got just incredible guts and hearts, it's very reassuring as a manager. Whenever you walk out and you know that another team is going to go toe to toe and they're not going to give in and they're never going to back down and they're going to take everything you throw at them and they're going to respond the right way all of the time, it's very reassuring to know as a manager you've got that type of player around you.
And you relied a lot today on your place kickers, as did Dromore, for instance. But your place kickers, Doris and McNulty, deserve immense credit, because Doris missed one early doors and you thought the confidence might have drained, but he stepped up the plate, as did McNulty in the second half.
Well, on Gaelic football, free taking is a massive responsibility, and if you look at most games, bar those summer games where there's free flowing football, and particularly at this time of the year, this is also club championship conditions, and your free takers are critical to success, and the two lads deserve credit. They put the work in, and when you put the work in, you do deserve to get the pat in the backs, and that's now their turn to step up to that table.
There was no man of the match officially named the other day, but you had some amount of contenders for man of the match.
Well, does that really matter? I'll be frank with you, I'm not really into individual awards and all that type of stuff. I'm not that fond of, because it takes away from the team, and the team is always what it's all about. This is a team game, it's not boxing. This is Gaelic football, 17, 18, 19, 20 aside, and that's what always should be at the table.
You mentioned Ulster Club there, Damien. Next Sunday, St Eunice Letterkenny here on this pitch. You'll know your fate by this time next Sunday. That's another challenge I'm sure you're looking forward to.
Well, we as a club through the Tyrone County Board will be asking the Ulster Club, the Ulster Council, to knock a game back a week. This is 3 weeks in the trot that we've had a game. We've had extra time. Crossmaglen have had their game knocked back on account of Aaron Kieran's involvement with the Irish team. So, to be honest, I would like to think that we will be extended that type of opportunity to get a bit of breathing space, because we need it. We're amateur players, we're not professionals, and to ask the team to go out and play 4 weeks in the trot, I don't think is very fair.
Well, Damien, we wish you all the very best, and enjoy tonight, and enjoy the challenge against St Eunice in a couple of weeks' time.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
Well done. Damien, good man. Joined here by Brian Taggart. Brian, how's your nerves after that? That was one that clutched at every nerve end as the 60 minutes came to a close, and then the additional 20 or 25 minutes has turned out to be. How's the nerves?
Oh, there's nail-biting stuff right throughout the game. It was point for point there, and Dromore, like our quality side, we knew a very tough battle here. We knew it was going to be very, very tough. They're champions, and to dethrone champions you have to really perform to your very, very best, and thankfully today things went our way. We cleared up a few mistakes that we were making in the first half, and we looked at it, and Damien a few words with the boys in at half time and got them inspired again and sort of got their focus again. I think the first half we sort of had difficulty coping with the whole setup and the whole scene of things. It's new to us coming to the final, so hopefully now the next match we'll be able to cope with that much better.
How does a staff man concentrate on a day like that? You're a Clonone man, I take it. So, I know if I was trying to do it, I couldn't concentrate, even if I was doing the commentary there the day, and I was finding it hard, But how do you concentrate and focus on the job in hand?
Well, it's very difficult. You get very impassioned during the game and that, but thankfully my brother was saying as well to double check everything that I'd taken down and that, because we like to keep everything sort of tight and make sure everything's very accurate. And Damien doesn't like to leave any stone unturned. He likes everything done very, very well. So thankfully everything went well for us today. There's nothing really in it. Very, very good long range 45, just sneaked the win for us, but we'll take it any way it comes.
And what did the stats show, at the end at half time and full time? What were the things that you were able to identify that needed tweaked at half time and at full time?
Yeah, well, a couple of key players that for us that weren't really performing at that particular stage, especially in our forward line. We thought our defence was holding up fairly well, and restricted to more just to 3 points, I think, from frees and two from play. So we were a wee bit disappointed with the forward line possibly not taking over the way we know they can. But we thought the half forward line worked really, really hard in the second half, and we looked at that, and Damien had a few words with the boys after the game, and then getting ready, focused again for a brand new game. He brought them right back down again, and I think after that the occasion didn't really affect us at all. I think we were ready just to take the game with the scruff on the neck at that stage, and I think we did. Obviously Dromore drew that ball that hit the post at the very end, and that's the thing that just edged it for us.
But the work rate of your team was phenomenal, and you talk about your forwards, and they really got moving in extra time, particularly your full forward Ryan T. O'Neill won an awful lot of ball in extra time, carried ball, won frees, very impressive.
He was, and at half time and towards the end of the game as well, Damien had spoken to him about upping his work rate, and Ryan really responded very, very positively to that. He's a very, very pacey player and attractive to watch on the ball, and we knew if he could take on tired backs that they would probably foul him, or he could get through. We thought maybe one time he could have maybe got through for a goal even at one opportunity, but he's very comfortable on the ball and a key player for us.
And you were down in the middle of things here at full time. What all went on? What all happened down there?
It was just amazing. Just the sense of relief after 17 years, a long wait for our club, and just the sense of relief and the sense of just delighted with the result. It didn't really matter how we won it as long as we won it, and especially bringing it to extra time, it just takes that extra bit out of it. It really, really plays with your emotions, but it means so much to all this group of players and the community.
So you're on a high now tonight.
Definitely, we'll enjoy it tonight now and just refocus again then for next week for the Ulster Club.
Well, good man, go and enjoy it. All right, cheers, good luck.
Thanks,
well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Harry, well, you're the chairman of Clonaux. You have the O'Neill Cup in your right hand. Yeah. You must be a very, very happy man.
Yeah, this is the days you live for these. So it is. This has been all hard work from day one, and I can't feel proud enough to be holding this trophy on behalf of the Gaels of Clonaux. Down the years have produced so many great players, but those men out there today really proved beyond doubt what tradition in the O'Rahilly club is.
The Gaels of Clonaux, you refer to them, and I mean the 6 championship titles, the 50s, the 60s, and then another one in 91. A long 17-year wait till 2008, but it came good today.
Yeah, it came good today, but it came good today because this team had won minor and under 21, so they had, and we knew we had players there that if they were right motivated and took the right interest, we could go a long way, and that's just what we thought about many's a time. But the icing on the cake, John Morrison helped us last year. I have to pay respects to him. We have a brilliant committee always down the years, men that would give their right arm for Clonaux, and Damien Cassidy, we can't speak highly enough of him and his backroom team. Backroom team consisted of men that has won championship medals. Even Peter Bourke of Dungiven there, he won them with Dungiven. Harry McClure, Martin McStravick and Tommy Carr have been on the last Clonaux team, real stalwarts of Clonaux football, and they came in there and they added steel to the management setup, and I'm absolutely over the moon.
Damien Cassidy says that all the credit must go to the players out there today, and when you look at that, that is a fair comment, because those players came down here today as massive underdogs, to be fair, but they played the shirts of the back. They give it everything, their commitment, their effort, their abilities, all shone through there today.
Yes, that's correct. It's shown through. But we knew we had the players. We just didn't come here today to make up numbers. We know we have some fine footballers out there, and they're a very young team, and there's no reason why after a day or two they settle down and hopefully we'll give a good account of ourselves in Ulster Club. We have a few niggling injuries on men to get right, but that's the way it goes. We're just delighted that we took the Tyrone title a year. For Dromore are a very fine side. I saw them last year when they're first. I followed them through the Ulster Club, and by God we knew we were going to have a battle today. I didn't think that was going to go to extra time. The Old Heart wouldn't be that good, but I don't think that's going to do it much any better, I'll tell you.
You had a son playing out there today, and he was quite magnificent at full back. I have to say, I haven't seen a lot of Clonaux this year, but he really did impress me. He was terrific, and that must make you doubly proud.
Well, I'm proud surely, for he lives and sleeps football, so he does, and that's just it. He's been playing with us from the under 8, so he has, and right up through, come up through the ranks like all them other fellas, so he has, and it's a massive honour to be chairman of Clonaux this evening.
How long have you been chairman?
Just this year.
Just this year. So your first year, you'll be put down as a very lucky chairman.
Well, a lucky chairman surely, but I was involved in the management in 88, home of 8 as along with Judy O'Neill and Lord of Messon and Brenton Duras, God be good to them. And then I was vice chairman in 91, the year one of Joe McStravick has passed on to, a great Clonaux man, and his son there was in the backroom team today, so it's something we hand on round Clonaux.
And the celebrations will go on long and hard tonight, I'm sure.
Well,
where will they end up?
Well, the celebrations will all going back to the clubhouse, and it's an open house to everybody that comes. Let it be our neighbours, Derry, Lough, Collisle and Brackerville, anybody that wants to come. That's the spirit of Clonaux.
Me and Joe might go up.
I'll know better man. Well, there's a graveyard or a headstone in Clonaux graveyard, and it says, as you walk through the gate, it says, "Glorious Clonaux, first in the field, last to leave."
There you are. Well, come here. Hardy's congratulations. Enjoy the night, and well done on being chairman of Clonaux in the year of 2008 when they won the championship title. Well done.
Thank you very much. Lovely. Thank you.
All right.
All the
Cheers.
best.
Well
Thank you.
done. Well done.